Hey there. So tonight I'm bringing you some night beam shots of these two flashlights that I recently reviewed and received from Neil's Gadgets, and it is the NLightD E1 flashlights. So first of all, I'm going to show you the Nichia version. Sorry. Okay, so this is a Nichia 219B, not A, as I mistakenly said in my review, and it is around 3000K. So let's see, it has 4 modes. Let's see which is the first one. So this is the lowest mode, moonlight, and then of course 2 advanced modes. If it's on like this, I will have to turn it off and then turn it on again. This is, so the first one is moonlight, this is low, this is medium, and this is high. And as you can see, it reaches, well, over there it's around 50 meters. You can see that is a very warm tint. So again, moonlight, you can see it almost nothing like this, and then low, medium goes around 35 meters over there, and then high, 50-60 meters. Well, I can see in the bottom there are some trees over there, but it's hard to see. Let's see if I can show it. Not easy, sorry, but we have some trees over there around 100 meters, but it's not so good to, it's not so easy to see it with a flashlight. And now I will show you the SFT25R. So again, let's start on the moonlight mode. This is, well, I can see it 2 meters from here, 5 meters eventually on a dark spot, but it's harder to see in a great area. So this is moonlight, then low, medium, so that tree is around 50 meters, and then high. And those are the trees that I was talking before, and you can perfectly see them over there. So let's start again. Moonlight, then low, medium, and high. And you can do one thing with these flashlights. I will try to show you. So to turn it on and to choose a level, you don't need to turn it on like a full click. You can always press, sorry, this is hard to do, then a car is coming. So you can half press and choose the level before locking it. So I want to have it on moonlight. I pressed it. If I want to click it all of a sudden, I will have to wait some periods, but if I want to select it again, I can do like this, cycle the modes, and then have it selected on the mode I want. So moonlight, low, medium, high, and now let's go and put the other E1 here. Moonlight, low, medium, high, and you can see this one is floodier and this is throwier. And you can see the intensity of the beams over there. on those trees, and let's try to do it like this. So if you want to see that, it reaches that spot very easily. $50 meters over there, 50 meters, 120 more or less, and here you can absolutely focus what's. It also has a very usable spill, and this one being floodier, it is also very useful. Before showing you another spot, I just wanted to compare both the E1 SFT25R with the sorry, not this one, with this one, with the L2, that is the LEP version. So this one is SF25R and this one is the LEP. So two different beams, of course, and the car is coming. I always have to be looking to the cars, see if I don't get anyone in the middle of this. So those trees, the ones that I was mentioning before, with the LEP version you can only see a little bit, and with the LED version you can see the whole. Of course, the LEP is a longer range. It only allows to see some very specific points, but the SFT25R is much more usable, and it is also a long range flashlight, of course, with a tight beam, beautiful beam. And now I will show you another place. So let's test it again. This is like the moonlight on the Nichia version, then the low, medium, low, medium, and high. Over there it's my aunt. She is looking for some snails. Look, she is signaling me. But this is the 3000K Nichia, and you can see it has a very floody beam. From here I can see around, well, 45-60 meters, 55-60 meters. And now the SFT version, it was directly into high, so moonlight, low, medium reaches 100 meters easily, and then high, sorry, 2, 3, 4, and then high, well, you cannot probably see some trees on the background, but you can see those poles over there on the left side. They are around that 150 meters, easily reachable, and at shorter distances as well. So just a comparison between both. Sorry, this was the LEP version, Nichia on the left side, and then SFT25R on the right side. Different beams, but both are incredible in terms of what they allow us to see. Nichia only, SFT25 only. And now I will try to compare it with some other. In this case it's the LEP version. My aunt is talking to me. This is the F25 and this is the strongest part of the LEP. SFT, LEP. So Now let's compare the Nichia version with some other flashlights. And here on the right side I will show you my TS10, Workus TS10, also an AA flashlight, or 14400. So this is the Nichia version, and then the TS25. Of course, the TS25 it's more powerful, but it has less range eventually than the Nichia version. It's a bit throwier in some ways, but these are more powerful flashlights. This is a neutral to cool white, and this is a warm white. And now the Nichia version against the W3AA. So Nichia on this side, and here the F3AA, much floody, much less range. In some parts it's powerful, in some, but not so intense as the NLightD E1. So you can see this one is a bit warmer in some things, but not so warm as the 3000K Nichia of the NLightD E1. Now it's one of the flashlights with a modified flashlight with some of my favorite LEDs. It's 4.7s with a Nichia 5700K, neutral white. So again, the E1 on the left and the 4.7s on the right. You can see the beams. One is a bit more intense. Let's have that car pass, and now let's show them. This one is neutral white. The range is almost similar. And I had to interrupt because of the car. So neutral white, warm white here. The range on that tree, you can barely see it. Same with this one. But you can have a glimpse of the difference of tint colors. And now I'll have the Nichia against my EDC flashlight. That is a modified Workus TS10 with Samsung LH35-1D, I don't know, I guess it sits, and smooth reflector. And you can see this is the Workus. This is the E1. And you can pair both. Of course, the Samsung has a broader beam, but this is also a very useful beam. And last but not least, the Nichia version against my Convoy T2, also modified with the Luxion 3000K or 4000, I cannot remember, but I guess it's a 3000K. And you can see they are both very similar in terms of colors, but the beam, it's a bit tighter on the Convoy, and of course this one is a much more pleasant color. This one does not portray all the colors around. It has not an high CRI LED, but this is the closest in terms of temperature. But the Nichia version is still a bit more pleasant. And that's it for this one. Next I will show you the SFT25R version. So SFT25R, the NLightD E1, easily reaching 120 meters. Moonlight, low, medium, high. And now let's compare it with the FW1AA on the right, which is an Osram, has an Osram LED. So the beams, the E1 is much more, it's stronger. The F1AA, it's more defined in some things, but doesn't have so much range. So this is the E1, and this is the F1AA. You can see them here. It is a more defined. The spill is also usable, but not so much as the SFT25R of the NLightD E1. And now I'll have it compare with another modified flashlight that is an on-the-road M1, also with an Osram, in this case an Osram W2, W2 LED, a more wider beam than the previous flashlight, not so strong as the SFT25R. This is a powerhouse, and you can see also it has less usable spill than this one. And now, last but not least, the SFT25R version against my Convoy S6 with Osram W1. Again, a very defined beam. This one reaches a bit farther. Car is coming. Fuck you, car. Sorry. Car is coming. No. So it has a more defined hotspot, but this one illuminates much better than this one. This is the S6, this is the E1, and you can see the differences. So this one is a 18650 version. This is 14400 version, and you can see the difference in terms of illumination. Quite different, right? This is actually a powerhouse. And now I've replaced the batteries of both flashlights, and now I'm using AA rechargeable batteries. This is the SFT25R and this is the Nichia version. And you can see that with the SFT25R it still reaches around 100 meters. Of course it will dim much more faster. Oh well, it will not dim faster, it will have less output from the start, of course. But still, these are very usable flashlights, even with AAs. And now for some conclusions. What I like the most with these two flashlights, well, first of all, they are very sturdy. They are very robust flashlights. even with different LEDs. They have deep carry pocket clips, forward clicky switches, 4 modes, no strobes. Well, I wish they would have like a shortcut for turbo. I wish they had a shortcut for moonlight, but of course you can always try to click and select the mode before use. Of course you will have to go through it, but in general these are some of the best AA flashlights you will probably have, and despite being bigger than some others that we can find in the market, they are probably some of the best in terms of craftsmanship, without being like the custom flashlights that you find in some markets. So thanks, Neil. I guess you are on the right way with these models, and well, I guess it's pretty much it. I hope you liked the reviews and the beam shots, and if you have some questions, leave them down below. And as always, have a nice night, whenever it is.